I'm often asked, what is effective leadership? And how is it different today than it has been in the past, here in the 21st century? I can tell you that leadership has changed a lot over the years, and there are new methods that determine effective leadership. So as I'm mentoring businesses and as I'm working with CEOs, I've learned not to take for granted that they know, they understand, or they even use effective leadership skills. I always begin by having them agree with one thing, and that is that the command and control models that we used to use are not effective. You can only manage things and behaviors, not people. We now know that management is dead and that coaching is an effective philosophy that really works within organizations and can affect change within people in organizations. Then I start working with the organization to create the best possible leaders. So the journey of mentoring businesses and CEOs always begins with a look at what effective leadership is and what it is not. Now I'm going to take you on that same journey so you can become a better leader today. So let's begin by talking about leadership styles and even the term leader. Leaders are typically big thinkers with creative ideas and who can take action on those ideas. They might not always hold the title of a management position within an organization. Unlike that old command and control military style of managing, great companies recognize that true leaders can be cultivated from all positions in an organization. Management expert Tom Peters said, "Leaders don't create followers. They create more leaders." So, what leadership styles enhance an organization? While there are many traits of leaders, the most effective leaders can change their styles based upon what is necessary to achieve success. Leadership expert Daniel Goleman says that based upon his research, a manager's leadership style is directly related to companies' bottom line profits. And he uncovered 6 leadership styles. Pace-setting leader, that person's ready to get fast results and they expect people to be self-directed. Authoritative leader, where they drive the team towards a common vision to reach end goals. Affiliative leader is about getting people together, creating emotional connection, and really getting a team to bond. Coaching leader, they develop people, they focus on the strengths of every single team member. Coercive leader, they're demanding that people follow what they say and they want people to be compliant. Democratic leader, they build a team by getting input from members and getting everyone to buy into the game plan and participating and even giving input and ideas for the game plan. So a great leader will have many of these leadership styles and will use the styles at various times when necessary. Emotional intelligence and leadership is the next topic. So what is emotional intelligence? John D. Mayer and Peter Salovey coined the term emotional intelligence in 1990, and Mayer defines it as emotional intelligence is the ability to accurately perceive your own and others' emotions, to understand the signals that emotions send about relationships, and to manage your own and others' emotions. And about a decade after the term was introduced, that's when Daniel Goleman, who is a Rutgers psychologist, he brought light onto how emotional intelligence plays a huge, very, very important role to business leadership. His research shows that emotional intelligence is more important than the best training, more important than an analytical mind or even brilliant ideas. Without emotional intelligence, Goleman says, you cannot be a great leader. I find in corporations there's still confusion as to what emotional intelligence is. So let me start by telling you what it's not. Emotional intelligence is not related to personality traits. No personal qualities like motivation, happiness, optimism has nothing to do with that. Prior to the term emotional intelligence, psychologists thought about intelligence as only being cognitive skills like problem solving and memory and things like that. Well, emotional intelligence takes into account non-intellective abilities and predicts one's own ability to be an effective leader, to succeed in business and life by having emotional intelligence. Cognitive skills and abilities are added to the mix of general intelligence by psychologists who've studied or embraced the concept of emotional intelligence. Now, my own experience, my readings, my studying has showed me that intelligent behavior in leadership and in life, emotionally intelligent, not only includes these intellective factors, but also includes interpersonal intelligences and even intrapersonal intelligences. An effective leader have trust, rapport, respect, and other traits that lead to better communication. They have these high interpersonal skills. They're sensitive to others. Salovey and Mayer described emotional intelligence as a form of social intelligence that involves the ability to monitor one's own and others' feelings and emotions, to discriminate among them, and to use this information to guide one's thinking and action. They, like Goleman, understood that traditional tests of cognitive intelligence don't determine what it takes to be successful in life or as an effective leader. IQ alone is not the predictor of job performance. In fact, social and emotional factors and non-cognitive abilities actually have been proven to help improve cognitive function. So there's a wealth of research that shows social and emotional ability can determine personal and business success. If you're a leader who can manage feelings well and who deals well with stress, then you have two really strong components of emotional intelligence, two great emotional intelligence skills needed for success. Knowing when and how to express your emotions, having empathy, they're also key factors that you need as a leader and that are needed for your effective leadership. These abilities are important to be successful in life and to create an effective leader in the 21st century. Effective leadership summarized is that most effective leaders have been able to create behavioral flexibility. They adjust their leadership styles as needed. They have high emotional intelligence. They lead with social and emotional competencies, and they do have access to cognitive, emotional, and physical resources. If you want to be the best leader in the 21st century, it's important to know how and when to use these various leadership styles and to become more emotionally intelligent. Successful leaders will use their emotional intelligence to foster productivity and psychological well-being in the workplace, and will expertly flow between leadership styles depending on the people involved, the results to be achieved, as well as the situation. I want to talk about emotional intelligence and guerrilla marketing as well. The most successful marketers know that developing genuine, authentic, and trusting relationships are the cornerstones of all marketing. And so they look for prospects and fusion partners who share these similar values. They have emotional intelligence. They use their emotional skills to create these long-term relationships. Guerrilla marketers not only recognize and deal with their own emotions, they're also in tune with the emotions of others, and they do display behavioral flexibility as well as they know how to work within the emotions of others. Guerrillas are effective leaders and marketers because they're emotionally intelligent. They understand human behavior. They use creativity and unconventional marketing to attract ideal prospects, to convert those prospects into customers, and then to retain those customers long term. Having gorillas on board who have emotional, intelligent marketing skills can bring you the tactics that have you attracting large audiences to your products and services, using no and low-cost strategies too. Gorillas will understand consumers and their behaviors, and because gorillas have the ability to be emotionally connected to consumers, their marketing messages are going to land and resonate with prospects.